Hey, what's up? It's Jessica, Earth Angel 111. Today I will be doing a love collective message. So remember, as always, take what resonates. But the overall energy from the person on your mind, whoever you're dealing with, whether you're dating, just newly involved, or in separation, is I'm keeping my distance on purpose. So there is a reason why your person has been so distant from you lately. For a lot of you, this person has been going through their own issues in life or just a lot of stress from their job, from work, something of this matter. And they want you to know that it's specifically why they've been disconnected from you. The Hierophant's there in reverse. So this person knows that it's been throwing you right off guard, seeing them be so disconnected from you. This was someone at one point you considered yourself to be having a marriage with, or like in the future of the connection, you would be getting engaged. And there's some type of distance or space that this person's created between the two of you on purpose. So they want you to know that as they're learning to navigate through some type of situation in their life, they have a lot of love for you. You may be dealing with a Taurus, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but with the King of Swords, there is a truth that they need to reveal to you, and it's the reason why they've been so distant. So the Devil at the bottom of the deck, for some of you, this person's overcoming some type of unhealthy habits they may have, or possibly just learning how to resolve some type of toxicity in their own life. But they want you to know that they'd love to treat you, take you shopping, and let you know that, you know, everything that they've been kind of distant from you is for a reason. And when things are resolved, they will come back into your life. So you're dealing with someone who has a hard time expressing their emotions to you. It says sometimes they feel like you don't understand me. So this person finds it easier to be distant from you when they are going through it than communicate how it is that they've been feeling. And it's just a shame because a lot of you know that this person does this in the relationship. It says you know me better than you realize. So they feel like they're not able to get their stress past you or to be able to hide how they're feeling. Like you have a really easy ability to pick up on this person's emotions. And more so than that, when they are distant from you, they know that you feel that energy. You may be dealing with a tattoo artist, or you may be one yourself, and wanting to introduce you to their friends and family. So good overall energies to start. If this person is not a tattoo artist or you, they could be wanting to go get matching tattoos. Something like this is of significance. But yeah, your person needs you to know that there's something in the past that they kind of withheld from you. This person could have been going through a major separation with another individual before you two met. For some of you, it may have been an end of a marriage. And if not, it's just a total disconnect from themselves. And they feel lost in a sense within themselves or their own spirituality and their own way of being. And this causes them to disconnect from your connection. Now with the Devil coming out there, for a lot of you, this is someone who had reverted back to some negative way of thinking. So for example, feeling like they're not good enough for your connection, feeling like they need to hold themselves back to get better. And most importantly, this is someone who in the past, the world's here in reverse, there may have been an actual distance between you. So if this is a long distance relationship, this is definitely your message. Your person spends a lot of time in introspection and to themselves whenever they feel disconnected from you. So the Hermit there. But knowing that they want to be able to communicate. This person spent some time with their friends or family this weekend and may have had a serious conversation about you, about where your connection's headed, and most importantly, about knowing that they need to be more communicative with you when they're feeling stressed out in their own life. Because after all, what are partners for if you don't feel the need to be able to communicate when you're going through it? So your person may have definitely gone through some type of situation with a move because the Hermit's there. So recently they may have had to move locations, move out, or they could have even purchased a new place to live or rented a new place to live. But home is significant, so they may have issues going on at home. For example, if they live with other people, they may feel like they want to have their own space in order to bring you over more. Something like this is of significance. Also, too, your person could feel as though they're on the search or the hunt for a new place. So if they are someone who rents, they may be looking right now for a new place to live. For others of you, if they're trying to purchase a home, they may be looking for a new place to move or to purchase. But yeah, home is of major significance in this connection and keeping their distance on purpose. So wow, some of you may find out your person's moving closer to you if you two do live at a distance, like geographically, if there's like a long distance between you. So absolutely beautiful. At the top of the other deck, it's not the love messages, but it says it may not feel like it, but a major blessing's on the way. So you need to know that you're about to have a blessing for some type of miscommunication between you and this person. Some of you may be the ones that are looking for a new place to live. But yeah, they're ready to pop up on you and to communicate, spend some time with you. So expect your person to come through rather soon. They could have also just got over feeling under the weather. That could be what it is as well. Sometimes, you know, when people aren't feeling the greatest, they can kind of disconnect from everyone. So your person could have kept their distance based on them just feeling under the weather or overly stressed. That's the biggest thing. And if this is someone you're in no communication with, they feel as though there's a lot of things that the two of you need to catch up on. Things you've both been going through, things they've been going through behind the scenes, and most importantly, if they're planning on purchasing their own place or renting a new space, it may be closer to you in order to make your connection work. So this is something that they are very eager to communicate to you. So this person is meant to teach you about unconditional love. And they have figured that out within this time or space between you because you really have shown them how loyal you are to them. Maybe you are very loyal to someone who you don't even know for sure whether or not things are going to work out in that type of sense. But they truly appreciate that and they want you to know that they miss spending time with you. Now with the Hermit, you both could have spent a lot of time alone this weekend, not together. For signs, you definitely could be dealing with a Taurus, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, lots of sword energy. So Virgo with the Hermit, and then with the swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But wanting you to know that they feel as though communication is needed to have. So you're irreplaceable to your person. They haven't thought about anyone else since the two of you have been in this no communication. And they're curious about what you've been up to. Like, why aren't you communicating to them? This person feels like you're really good at giving them their space when needed, but sometimes you give them so much space that they wonder if you're communicating with other people, especially if you're not in a relationship with them. And this leaves them quite curious about you because they feel like they can never figure you out. You're a mystery. Are you out entertaining other people, or are you just spending time with your friends or family, or are you more introverted completely to the point where you've just been spending time alone? Your person also feels like with the Hermit, you could spend a lot more time at home or on your own than you do with them. So wondering if there's a way for the two of you to kind of come together and really just be able to make a plan moving forward as to where you see this connection going in the future. To communicate with you how it is they've been feeling though this weekend. I feel as though for some of you, your person could have felt a little bit under the weather, and maybe they're that type where they really just keep to themselves when they are. And, you know, this person is someone who really overworks themselves. So they have a tendency to kind of just go like MIA at times. So you could really be feeling that energy from them. But yeah, wondering too where your connection's headed, because it may have been some weeks or months since you two have started kind of being involved or interested in one another. But neither of you have had the motivation or the courage to take your relationship to the next level. So I really feel as though this is someone you're just casually involved with and not fully dating. It says, I miss the sound of your voice. And they want you to know that they're too scared to kind of make a move in your connection because they worry if they're come on too aggressive, like too strong, too interested, you might be not interested in them, if that makes sense. Like if they play too hard to get, they're going to push you away. And if they're too involved, they might push you away. This is someone who spends a lot of time worried about the connection rather than just focusing on how to move forward. So you've taught them how to trust. That's what they want you to know. And most importantly, with that world there coming out again, it's like this person may be someone who's really traveled a lot in their life, but they never met anyone who's made them feel as intrigued or as invested in a connection as you have. So 5 of Cups, they feel like you have a lot of options. They need to be honest about that. They feel like you are a catch and you could have anyone in the world that you want. So why do you pick them? The Moon. And that's what their biggest fear is in this relationship, that you could have anyone you want in the whole world. So why do you pick them? This person feels like you are so independent. You are very attractive. And most importantly, they love the fact that you could be someone who's very focused on your improvements in life. So, you know, you're very health focused, you're very career focused, you're family friend focused, and they wonder if they can fit into that space. The World there again, and you know, I just noticed on this card, there's specifically a few signs. So with the World, there's Taurus, Scorpio energy, there's Gemini, and Aquarius. So you or your person could be any of those signs, but they want you to know that your love has healed them in ways they never dreamed possible. You are like a guiding source of inspiration to your person. And whenever they feel like life is tough, they know that they can count on you. Wow, bottom of the deck is the Love card. So I'm going to shuffle first, but unconditional love, that's what they have for you. And most importantly, this person knows that you may be someone who really has your guard up when it comes to love based on what you've been through in the past. So not sure if you want a serious connection from them or not. That's where they stand. They feel like to them, you could be considering this just to be a string along, a short relationship, that you have many options. So whether you're the feminine or masculine involved, just know whoever you're dealing with has this fear that you are one of their many options, or sorry, vice versa, they are one of your many options. So this makes them wonder, are you someone who truly commits to people, or do you just rather the idea of falling in love? Like, do you genuinely like long-term relationships? So this person and you need to have a conversation, because they may not know your past. They may not know you've been someone who's been in long-term relationships. They could consider you to be someone who just, you know, has a lot of short-term flings, or you never have a relationship that lasts. And this person wonders why, especially if you are in your 20s, 30s, or 40s. They're like, okay, they seem like what a catch. Like, how come they haven't fully committed to someone? So healing heart. This person wants you to know that if you were ever in a toxic relationship before them, they know about it, and they know that's why you have your guard up. Also, too, this person may be someone who is healing a heartbreak, and this could be why they keep their distance from you on purpose, because they've never had the opportunity or the right time to express to you exactly what it is that they need from you in a connection. And some of you may have both broken each other's heart if this is a relationship you once entertained in the past. That won't be for all, but if you are dealing with someone who you know you're watching that you're in separation from, or that the connection ended, that's a message for you. This person feels like you both needed a timeout in order to heal each other's hearts separately, build your confidence back up in love, but wondering, is there a possibility in the future? Is there a way for the two of you to ever get back on the same page? So no one understands them the way that you do. Now this makes a lot of sense now why this message came out, because for a lot of you, if this is someone you entertained in the past, whether you were just seeing each other casually, a situationship, or actually dating, they feel as though since the relationship ended, you've had many options, you've had many short-term relationships, and wondering if the two of you will ever be back on the same page. But if this is someone you've never dated, they want you to know that they just feel like you have a lot of options. Like, damn, you a whole catch. So feminine or masculine, whoever you're involved with, check your voicemails here. So for some of you, this person has sent you a voicemail and maybe you haven't heard it. Some of you may have even changed your number and this person's like, how did I get a hold of you? So they told me you were dating is here. So wow. You have someone else who got in the middle of the relationship, and this is why as well this person kept their distance from you on purpose. So there was someone who you have been previously involved with that actually told someone you were dating still. So this is why the overlining energy that they kept their distance from you. But they want you to know that they've always had this love for you, and wondering if the two of you may go on a date at any point soon, because this person definitely feels like you two are ready to take your relationship to the next level. So wow, someone told them that you were dating. You're going to find this out, and they're wanting to talk about everything because it's become obvious to them now that you are not dating anyone else. You know, there's someone who may be trying really hard to hold this person back from you because they know that you two will have a beautiful relationship together. So be aware of any karmic relationships around you from your past or currently. And that doesn't just have to be love. This could also be someone who just doesn't want you together with this person because they want them or they want you. And that's the thing about karmic energy. They are doing anything they can in this season to try and prevent the true divine feminine and divine masculine from being in a beautiful union without stress, without distractions, or without anyone else trying to get in between. But you need to know what God has planned, you know, for a divine union, a kingdom spouse. In the end, it will work out. It may take some time to get there, but it will always work out. And that always has to do with divine timing. So that could be what this message came out for. It may not feel like it, but a major blessing is on the way. So absolutely beautiful, major blessing on the way. And you just need to know whoever this is that was in the middle of the connection in the past will no longer be an interference, as I feel as though for some of you, divine's bringing in a new person for that third party to love so that they learn how to let go and just leave you and your person alone. So there you go. It said, I started talking to other people outside of our connection. I'm confused as to where to go next. So a lot of you, it's your person. They kept their distance from you on purpose because they may have been involved with another person in between a breakup or you two just starting your relationship. And this has caused some type of major interference in your connection, because there could be someone who's truly jealous of the connection that you and this person have formed, because it is a true connection. It's not a karmic relationship. It's not something that's quick. So they could have had a one-night stand with someone who's been trying to hold on to their energy. That definitely is it. Especially if you're dealing with a masculine, there may be another feminine who feels as though that person is meant to pursue them and not you. And the shame is, what people fail to realize is who's truly ever for you, you'll never have to try hard to hold on to. That connection will just naturally work. And if it doesn't, then it's worth finding someone who truly wants to be with you. So this is what this third party is failing to realize, because for a lot of you, they may have entertained a quick relationship with someone else, and this person became extremely territorial over them in a sense, feeling as though they're meant to be with them, even though this person has not given them any reason to think that. So your person keeping their distance on purpose definitely has to do with someone else being in the middle of y'all's connection and them not wanting to involve you in some type of drama. Now with the Hierophant there, this person could have definitely been in a relationship with someone before that was long-term. But for most of you, this is really someone they had a quick fling with, a one-night stand, one of their many options. They could have even just went on a date with someone else who felt as though they were meant to be in a relationship with them. So final message from your person today. Well, actually, I'll give you two because this one's at the top. It says, I often write out a message and then delete it before pressing send. I do not want to say the wrong thing. So they want to tell you why they've been keeping their distance and who may be in the middle of this connection.